I literally just saw this on my feed and had to drop everything I was thinking about and doing. Because when the face of your company makes a video saying that she's leaving, you set the world on fire. I don't know what this is about yet, as of recording this video. So we are going to discover it together. But of course, by the time this video is uploaded, I will already know and probably be making relevant Twitter posts, etc., etc. But anyway, I can't even begin to imagine what's been going on in the background of Vshojo, and it might explain a lot of things that, you know, people leaving even. But no more preamble. We need to know.
I am leaving Vshojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most
No.
important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo.
I'm sorry. 500,000? Oh, they're cooked. They are absolutely cooked. Just those first withholding money not only from the face of your company, but withholding money from one of the most staple charities in relation to your company and the face of your company for such a large amount. That is fucking insane. This is 30 seconds into the video. What else can there be? Oh my god.
I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately, right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story.
Okay. That's understandable. We're not getting the full shebang here. So, there's more to it. And she's waiting on legal proceedings to be able to divulge the truth to everyone here. And that's fine. That's understandable. I respect that. I know she's stressed enough as it is. Don't need to add any more to that. But good lord. If that's the tip of the iceberg, I'm scared to know what happened underneath. The reasons for people leaving? More reasons for people leaving? Maybe the reason why Fruit's been silent for so long? Why the auditions never went anywhere? There are so many unanswered questions that could be potentially opened up by this can of worms. But I guess we'll find out in due time. At least that's what it appears to be due to legal proceedings. But I'm gonna let her speak more before I speak again.
But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of Vshojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you're ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a...
Last time I'm gonna pause. If you guys don't know who Mouse is and her story, this is it right here. If you already know, feel free to skip ahead, I suppose, to a different part of the video. But there's some very important context here, as her immune deficiency has a lot to do with the charity that basically has all the money withheld from it. And it's a huge part of her motivation for streaming. But, anyways.
low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So, a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream. And that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join Vshojo, and it was through Vshojo that I was able to grow into the Ironmouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join Vshojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and a million and one other things. But I ultimately decided to join Vshojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving.
I can only think and imagine all the reasons. You were too good for it, Mouse. You were way too good for it. I know how you feel, and felt the same way for a long time. Hell, I still do. Feeling inadequate enough to do or accomplish great things. And yet here you stand above nearly above all, having done great things and inspired many. She does not deserve that kind of thing where she is scared to take on new opportunities and go into new ventures because people have betrayed her trust on multiple occasions. And now this. It's exactly the type of shit that makes a lot of larger creators just not want to be friendly with people, you know what I mean? It's such a damn shame.
But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company, and I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed. Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that Vshojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information, so that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency
That's
Foundation.
insane.
The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following two subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record.
Our goat, our queen, and she held that title. Don't really care for Kai too much. He only did it because he got his ego hurt. I'm pretty damn certain. But it's absolutely insane that she held that number one spot. Absolutely deserved.
But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, Vshojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both
A year. They've held on to it for over a year. Actually fucking insane. Like after like 2 or 3 months, I would have been banging on their doors going, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" You know? Obviously there's details that need to be procured and things to be dealt with to be making anonymous donations on the behalf of someone under an agency like that, but over a year? Nah.
both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection, and this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Absolutely.
Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay. Bye-bye.
I'm sitting here wallowing in sadness, anger, and rage at what happened. Taking advantage of someone so caring, hardworking, and scared of their trust being broken. As she said multiple times in her video. And guess what happened like clockwork? Her trust was betrayed. She was stolen from. A charity was basically withheld and stolen from. Absolutely disgusting. Mouse deserves much better than this. She is such a kind, caring, and hardworking person who deserves nothing but the best. She has done so much for the IDF. And for people that the IDF helps, it's insane. From where she came from to where she is now is her. That's all her. Her hard work, her personality, her perseverance. And of course, in accordance, just like her, someone who inspired me a lot when it came to VTubing, I too will be dedicating any and all funds that this video might make, should it do well enough, to IDF. Also on that note, you will find the link to Mouse's Tiltify in the description below. And as a final note, if you are healthy, willing, and able, please, please, donate plasma. That's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next one.